Hello everyone. For today's webinar, we will be looking into change management. So for this, I am using Innovator 35 and I'm logging in as Mike Miller. So once I log in as Mike, you can see that the change management is available on the table of contents under the change management categories. And these are the different change items that are available in Aras Innovator. So if a change needs to be made, it is usually affecting the CAD model. You have the BOM structure, which is also affected along with manufacturing items as well. So in Aras, we can use the change items based on the complexity of the process and how many reviewers are needed for the review process. So we have the simple ECO, which can be used. We also have the normal engineering change order, or we can use the full configuration management process, which starts from the problem report, navigating to the change request and ending in the change notice. So if a change needs to be created, we open the affected item. So for example, if I open this part, and if I want something to be changed in this part, the ECO can be directly created from here, from the More menu. So if I click on this, you have the option Add Items to Change. So once I click on this option, you have a drop down in which you can choose whatever change item you want to create. So I will click on Express ECO. This can also be defaulted to a particular type. So if it has to be Express ECO, this can be configured. So now I will create a new ECO, and when I click on OK, a new ECO is created, and you can fill in information such as title, the reason for change, the change description. You can assign a team to this particular ECO and also provide a priority for it. And down here, you see the impact matrix, which is a visual decision-making tool. It brings all the related items under this particular change. So it also brings the parent item, as you see, and all the affected CAD and documents as well. So this impact matrix helps the user to decide what is being impacted without manually searching for the values data that is available in Aras Innovator. And you also have different action items. So for this, if I want to release this particular assembly, I can click on release. You also have other action items such as revise, renumber, supersede, obsolete, and none. So I will go ahead and click on release here. And when it comes to documents, you also have the capability of using an express document request. So usually the documents in an organization is managed by a different team. So if that is the use case, an EDR can be created. So for that, I can right click and revise. So you can see this document action item is revise. And these documents can be added to an EDR. So I can provide a grouping here. So if I want both of these documents to be in the same EDR, I will provide it as A. And once this ECO moves to in-work state, the EDR is automatically created, and these documents are added to the EDR. You also have attachments. So in this, you can add any file that refers to this particular express change order. The EDRs will also be displayed here once it is created. Here you can already provide the team that is responsible for the EDR. So I'm selecting a different team other than the product team. And here you will have the sign off step. So I will go ahead and save this ECO and click on done. And once I come back to the impact matrix, you can see what I need to do is already registered here. And if I navigate to the workflow, you can see that the workflow is initiated. It is currently in submit ECO state. And this workflow can be configured or customized based on the business process. This is the out-of-the-box workflow that is available. you can see that it is currently assigned to Mike Miller and he has the voting right of 100. So n number of assignments can be added here and the vote can be split accordingly. You can also see that this is the message for the current state of the ECO. So to show an ECO which is going to be completed along with this EDR, I will open one which was created earlier. So I can also navigate to the ECOs from my in basket. So if I open my in basket, these are all the tasks that are currently assigned to Mike Miller. So you have the list of project tasks which are coming from projects and also workflow tasks which are coming from different items. So I will go ahead and open one ECO. So here you can see that the EDR status is complete. And if I navigate to the connected EDR and open it, you can see that 2 CAD documents are assigned here. It was the revise action, and therefore revision A has been revised and revision B has been created. You can see that the status is pending closure. You also have the parent ECO connected here. And if I navigate to the workflow of the EDR, you can see it needs the ECO to be approved. Once the ECO is approved, this EDR will be closed automatically. So if I come back here also I have the option to attach files. And if I come back to the sign offs tab, you can see that it has an audit of what was the state and who has closed it along with the comments. And here you also have the 3D view of the CAD, which is attached as affected items. You can check the 3D model. You can do some computations like exploded view, where you can explode and see each item. And you also have individual CAD, which is referenced here and it is highlighted. So this can also be used while tracking the changes. You also have the documents related to this CAD, which can also be viewed through this viewer. You have the drawing here. And if I come back to the form, I can navigate to the ECO, and if I sign off now, the EDR will be also closed along with this ECO. Here you can also see that you have the audit of what state it was on, who signed off on it, and what are the comments for it. Now it is assigned to Mike Miller, so I will go ahead and vote on it now. Here, if I'm going to close the change, I will click on close. And since I am cloning it, I need to provide the password. And once I complete this ECO, the ECO will automatically be completed along with the ECR. So here you can see that the ECO is released. If I navigate to the workflow, you can see the status is closed. And if I come back to the EDR and refresh it and navigate to the workflow, it is not yet closed, but I will have to log off and log in to see these changes. So this EDR will also be automatically closed. You can see that the status is updated here as released. So this is the ECO workflow in Aras. And if a simpler workflow is needed, we also have the simple ECO, which has less number of approvals. So if I open one that is already existing, you can see that the affected item is added here. And if I navigate to the workflow, this has fewer review steps. So now it is currently in prepare change. It just has some changes. You have the initial review, you have the CCB review, and it can be released. So based on the business requirements, a simple ECO can also be used. If a full configuration management process needs to be followed, then we can make use of problem reports. So if I navigate to a problem report, a problem report can be created by anyone in the organization who wants to report a problem. So here you can see that the problem report has a number which is automatically generated. You have the title, you have the description of the problem, and you also have the problem verification. Here on the right-hand side, you have which affected item is related to this problem. So you can directly open the affected item from here. You also have the priority and which phase this problem was caused by and what are the actions. On the down panel, you have the relationships to this problem. You can see that files can be attached to it. And similar to the EDR, which we saw, you can directly navigate to the 3D viewer for this particular assembly. You can see it is here. And in the same way, you can also access the different documents that are related to this assembly. And from the problem report, you have a workflow specific for this problem report to determine whether it is a problem and it needs rectification or it doesn't need any action on it. So if a problem report needs to be changed, engineering requests can be automatically created from here. This is a customization done. So you can convert this problem report directly to an ECR from here, or you can create a non-conformance report from here as well. So we can go ahead and create an ECR. So here you can provide more information for this change request. What is the proposed solution? Whether it is a fast track change request, what is the priority of it, and if there is any costing related to this change request, these information can be provided here. So when I click on done, you can see that the affected item from the problem report is directly linked to this ECR. And you also have a link back to the problem report. And any external files can be added here. And you can see that this change request has its own workflow. This is the entire workflow of a change request. You have the fast track approval, which has fewer steps, but if a deeper review is needed, you can also do the full approval, which involves the change control board as well. So this workflow, it also can be customized to suit the business requirements. And here you can see that it has a sub workflow. So it can either be a fast track approval or you can do the full approval process. And from the ECR, if a notice has to be sent to everyone, you can directly create a change notice here. You can convert this ECR into an ECN. And this ECN also has the affected item automatically linked to this. You also have the connected ECRs here with the ability to add external files. And this ECN also has its own workflow where the change notice can be approved and released. And if I navigate back to this affected item, which is a part of this change, you can see that the digital thread is maintained by doing a values condition. You can see all the places where it has been used. You can see it is a part of this ECR. It's also a part of an ECO. You also have it as a part of a process plan. These are the parents and children of this particular assembly. You also have the PR directly added to it, and you have some other technical documentations with this. So with this values condition, you can easily see what are the different places in which this assembly has been used. And along with that, you have some temporary solutions, which are deviations. So a deviation can be created when there is a rule to be applied prior production. So here you can see it has a deviation number, and you have the affected part and the effective from and to date. You also have the 3D viewer ability as we saw before. And you also have waivers. So waivers can be used when there is a non-conformance item being used. So if I open up this waiver, you can see who has authorized it and what is the affected part and when it is effective from and to. You also have rework orders, which is used to provide technical information on the non-conformance material being used. So here you see you have an attachment which specifies the technical specifications for the non-conformance item. So in summary, in Aras, the change management is not just used for documentation of changes, but also maintains the digital thread in which you can actually see where the items has been affected. And also with this, you always make sure that you use the baseline that is correct and the recent one, which avoids rework of items and faster time to market. So that's it regarding the change management on Aras Innovator.